Powell River Studio Tour 2016. This is Go! Powell River Studio Tour coming up August 27th, 28th from 10 to 5. It's going to be amazing. 20 locations, 31 different artists, and we have 3 of them today. So stay tuned for that. Now, the show is going to begin north of Campbell River at Strathcona Park Lodge. I love Strathcona. It is so iconic, Vancouver Island, absolutely magnificent. Now, coming up, an interview with Alfred Muma, one of the artists on the Powell River Studio Tour, August 27th and 28th from 10 to 5. Definitely want to pick up one of these brochures through town. There's 20 different locations, 31 different artists. It's going to be amazing. And now, staying with the summer theme, we are heading up for a sweet spot at Miracle Beach. Go is on location, starting at the studio of Alfred Muma, one of the artists that is going to be a part of the Powell River Art Tour coming up August 27th and 28th. And not only that, but he is the founder of this amazing tour. How many years ago did you come up with this idea?
It was 2004.
Wow. And where did the idea come from to have a Powell River Studio Tour?
Well, I used to do a lot of the various venues on Vancouver Island.
Okay.
And I was at Kitty Coleman Woodland's garden in the spring.
Oh,
and I was thinking, why can't we do something like this in Powell River?
Of course.
And I thought that my little 5 acres wasn't large enough and decided that maybe a studio tour would fit the bill instead of having something like what Dave does over, Dave, oh dear.
It's okay.
Does over on his lovely 25-acre property.
Right. So here, one of the things that I really enjoy about the studio tour is that it brings you right into the artist's space. And it's so intriguing. Like, we're looking around your studio, and first of all, it's a substantial size. And there is something unique to look at every single place you look. Now, you do printmaking and you do watercolors as well?
Watercolors.
Okay, and you also do acrylics.
Large acrylics.
Okay.
I paint on location alkyd oils.
Oh, great. Amazing. Now, that particular one that's above the outside door, that is the different leaves. Now, what is that?
Well, that's coming from fall, even though it doesn't really look fallish, and it's large maple leaves, coastal maple leaves.
Right, and what did you use? Is it watercolor or is that acrylic?
No, that is a combination of acrylic paint with medium gel with silica sand put in to give it texture.
Excellent. See, so interesting. And that's why you need to come on this tour, August 27th and 28th, from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. And they have a great brochure that you can have. It gives you a map of where to go. Alfred, thank you so much for inviting us into your studio and sharing all this with us. And have a great time on the tour.
Great, thank you, and thank you for coming.
You're very welcome. We're going to take a short break, but we will be right back. Kelly Creek Market is a wonderful reminder of summertime in Powell River, and of course Campbell River and Comox Valley also have all kinds of markets in the summer. Joining me now is Vi Isaac. She is one of the artists that is going to be part of the studio tour coming up August 27th and 28th. Now Vi, how many years have you been a part of the tour?
11 years.
11 years, wow. Now, what style is your work? Is it watercolors or acrylic?
I do both watercolor and acrylics. I vary from one to the other as the mood hits. Now I haven't been painting at all for a while, and I'm packing and moving, But when I go back to work, I have a new space, a new studio. It might be oils.
All right. Well, I know Powell River is very, very sad to see you leave. This will be your last studio tour because she's moving to Sorrento. But I'm sure that people will continue to follow you through the internet, right? The website.
I'm on website and I have
Yes.
internet and Facebook, so
Awesome. Now,
Yeah.
what are you most looking forward to about the tour?
I am looking forward to being part of a group. I've always had being my own studio and my own space and had people come, and it's an isolated kind of thing. This year I'm going to be together with 4 other artists
Excellent.
in one large space. The Cranberry Senior Center allows for me now to show everything that was on my walls and in my closets and at the Scotia Bank and at Higgins
Nice.
Inn. And all of that can be all in one place and everybody can see it all. Some
Well,
things
that
that
sounds
I've
like
done
fun.
quite a few years ago and some things that are quite new.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a wonderful experience for all the artists to be available and together like that, and great experience for people coming through to see, and they have multiple artists to talk to and view the work. So that is fantastic. So August 27th, 28th from 10 to 5, pick up your brochure. It's also available online. And please join the tour because you will see some art that you've not seen before, and it is a great way to spend a weekend in the summer. Speaking of weekend summer activities, I really like going to the Comox Valley Farmers Market, and one of the bakers there is this gentleman. Have a look. Go is on location at one of the studios participating in the Powell River Studio Tour August 27th and 28th. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go on Shaw TV Channel 4. Joining me is Mr. Richard Benson, and he's responsible for these amazing carvings. How many years have you been sculpting?
Well, actually, as a kid, I used to carve little birds out of wood and then didn't do anything for years and then started up again. But mainly I carved in wood, cedar. And in later years, was very influenced by West Coast, coastal Salish and Haida carving.
I see the raven you're wearing around your neck. That is gorgeous.
So this is kind of influenced on the stories of Haida, and of course the raven is the trickster and is very well known in Western Canada.
Yes. Now, what are you looking forward to the most about the tour, the studio tour?
Having an opportunity really for our member artists to meet the public, to be able to display and have people come into their studios, meet them personally. And the objective isn't necessarily to sell. And people get somewhat concerned about going into a home and do I have to buy? The answer is no. You get to know the artist, you get to know what they do. They're there year round. And if you want to come back, you can do that. So really the whole purpose is to make art accessible to people in the Upper Sunshine Coast.
That is spectacular. What a great motivation. So if you would like to get a little bit closer to the artists here in Powell River, please take advantage of the studio tour August 27th and 28th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And now we are heading over to Campbell River for some puppeteering. Powell River Artist Studio Tour, August 27th to 28th. It's going to be spectacular. Check out the website, pick up a brochure, and take advantage because it is going to be so interesting to be able to talk to all of those artists. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go on Shaw TV Channel 4, and now information from BC Hydro. As Richard Benson was telling us, the studio tour is more about meeting the artists and finding out what it is they do. For example, sculptors start with something like this. This is very heavy. This is what it starts out like, and this is what it ends like. Is that not spectacular? So the studio tour is August 27th and 28th from 10 until 5 in Powell River. There are 20 different locations featuring 31 registered artists. Now you get a couple of extra bonuses because at Artique, there's actually 28 artists showing their works, different from the 31 that are on the tour. And at the Lund Historic Hotel Gallery, there's 40 artists with work on display. It is truly going to be very insightful and so inspiring, and it might make you want to go home and paint or sculpt or draw. Thank you so much for watching Go. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.